shit.
Yeah, cutting down all the overhanging trees. The weird thing is there's no power lines there, so those ones don't really need it. I wonder they're gonna do those ones too. They should do those ones too, right? Yeah, hanging over the sidewalk.
All that shit too.
Yeah, all that. Yeah, well, I don't see the difference, right? Because why else would you be doing those, not the other ones? I don't know. How you doing? That was the minute of the hour right here. That's the minute of the hour right there.
very good morning.
Good morning, sir. How you doing? I guess they're trimming a little bit of the trees, not a lot, but some of it. So take the signs off. I guess they had a posted sign that no one parked there while they cut the trees out. Only for one day anyway. Monday and Tuesday. They took down a good amount. Nothing too major. That's the company that's cutting the trees. I don't know if they're gonna cut any more down here, but that one's probably too small for them to deal with.
Taking the signs.
Yeah, taking the signs down. The other ones are not big trees, so. Let's see if they take down any more.
If you're looking at these shits, man, this shit need to be done. Especially over there.
Oh yeah, all of them, yeah. Well,
That crooked shit right there.
yeah. Anything hanging over the sidewalk should be something suspect, right?
Right. All that up there.
Yeah, I don't know how they figure. I don't know how they plan that. How they I don't know. That's something to do with the city of Boston.
Right, 'cause that's definitely city of Boston property.
Right. So they probably pick and choose what trees need to be trimmed. Probably. But the ones that need to be done are not being done. The ones they should be doing, the ones that grow between the power lines,
Oh yeah, right.
those ones that are pushing the wires up and down and everything,
Yeah.
you're supposed to have clearance between those wires. So you got trees intertangled with wires and got vines growing around and all kind of crazy stuff like that.
So on those windy, gusty days.
Yeah, those ones, yeah.
Even winter storms and shit.
Yeah, those are the ones they should be. These ones here are not that bad,
Yeah.
but the ones they should be doing.
So who would be responsible for this shit, Rogerson?
And I think it would be the city. Actually, they're moving down that way. Might continue my video further down.
Okay. Oh, getting all that shit up over the hanging into the street.
Yeah.
Over the street.
Well, anything that goes over the sidewalk, they're responsible for anyway. Once it goes off the property line.
So they won't do this because
I don't know. Probably more money. A lot more money. You gotta keep in mind they got a budget, man.
yeah.
Gotta keep some of that budget for the city councilors to
Oh,
spend.
yeah, that's right.
You can't spend it all on
Yeah.
cutting trees. So you gotta have something for their pocket, you know what I mean? If you spend all the money fixing potholes and cutting trees, how you gonna pay your friends off? I mean, it's not gonna work right.
Right.
You gotta save some of that for that. That's
You got that side of the street too.
yeah.
Got a lot of shit to do.
But I don't think they're gonna do too much though, cause I mean, right here. Yeah, I don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, I
There.
understand the thought process.
I don't see it either. We'll figure it out though. They're pruning trees that don't need to be pruned. Well, some of them might need a little bit, but the ones that I see in the city are a lot worse than this. think he's gonna probably find out who owns that car before they tow it, because if you walk down it, those cars are right where the sign is. And no one reads those signs, you know what I mean? They're parked right in front of those signs, won't even read it. They're gonna probably prune those ones right there. Cause if you look at all 4 of those cars right there, or at least 3 of those cars are in that zone. Yeah, at least one.
Where they got the signs up.
Yeah, right where those signs are. That's the area that you really should.
Guys walking.
Yeah, from there all the way up is where the sign is.
But you know, I saw them put them on this side too.
Yeah, they are over there.
Yeah,
they're over there.
All right.
They're right there. I seen them. Yeah, they're over there. Yeah,
That's why your officers knocking on the doors.
He probably look up the license plate.
Okay.
And he probably come to that address.
Okay.
So he's probably trying to get them to move there before he tows it. They usually give you a courtesy. If they look up the plate and it comes to an address in the area, they'll knock on your door and try to get you to move it. But if you don't answer the door, then nothing else they can do but tow it. I've seen that happen a lot. They won't just tow it right away.
Nah, they just put them signs up today.
No, they had to be up yesterday.
I seen the dude with the tape.
Or maybe this side was yesterday.
Okay.
He might have can't come back up because those were on the side Monday. It might have been before Monday.
Yeah, when I was out here sweeping, I seen the guy put them on the pole over here. Maybe some of them were already done.
And know what the funny thing about it? People are parked right next to those signs and never read them. They'll see the sign on the pole, or wherever it's posted at, and they'll just act like it's not even there.
You should read them shits.
You're supposed to read them.
Whenever I see that, red and white.
That means there's a reason for that being up. There's a reason why they put them up there. They don't put them there for show. It's not a decoration, right?
Yeah, nah, man.
People think, oh, fancy colors. Oh, they got red and white on the tree. Oh, I like that. Oh, nice colors. It's there for a reason.
So we can do something.
Yeah.
They're digging up the sidewalk, digging up the street.
Right.
Some kind of work's gonna be done.
That means don't park there, basically.
Basically.
It's the same color as a no stopping sign. If you see that sign right there above it, it's the same color. So it kind of tells you no parking.
Yeah, it alerts you.
Yeah. They made those colors that reason for a reason. Like the sign says, no. Anything time you see a red sign, that means don't do it. Now if you do it, that's on you.
Yeah, that's right.
And they're lucky he's a nice officer, because he probably could call 3 tow trucks, tow all 3 cars, and be justified doing it.
On both sides too, right?
Oh yeah, all those cars that are all posted right there. It just so happens they're not on that side yet. So by the time they get over, those cars may move, they may not. But by the time they get down there, they should be planning on moving those cars. But know what worked out really good though? If they scheduled the same day as street cleaning. Because street cleaning was Wednesday, which is tomorrow.
Right.
No, so now, if the city of Boston was smart, you already get posted signs for street cleaning. So clean that at the same time you cut the trees down.
Smart.
So once they cut the tree down, the street cleaner come right behind them and clean the shit up all at one time.
Yeah, because people are already out of the way.
Already out of the way.
That's real.
They already know to move their cars. Because if you look at the sign next, matter of fact, I have to get a video of it. The sign down there, it does say street cleaning Wednesday. I believe it's every Wednesday. But that's because the person has to know the city to do that though too.
Yeah.
If you don't know the city, you're not going to play. Oh, that's called using his common sense too. So this sign should say no street street clean every Wednesday on there if you look at really close. And I think it's every other Wednesday for each side. I'm not sure how they do it, but 12 a.m. to 7 a.m. is that street cleaning sign. So all you have to do is, tomorrow is Wednesday, by the way. So if you were to plan this a day after, then you could potentially have a whole open way down, all the way down. So we'll hang around and see if they move those vehicles. I think he's gonna move his anyway. And just so you know, across the street is posted too. I mean, I don't know if they have to give 24-hour notice for that, how that works. I don't know how they do it. Maybe they have to give at least 24-hour notice. Interesting. So he's gonna move his. He just saved you a toll, man. You got your. you did him a favor. I hear you, man. You did the right thing.
Plus, you said it was street cleaning on that side and we moved back and forth.
Oh yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. If they planned it along with street cleaning, it would have made it a lot easier. Because then people would be in line with the street cleaning rules. True. Because now they switched their cars from one side because they want to switch them back to the other side.
He just said. He said yesterday it was street cleaning.
Exactly.
To that side now.
So it confuses people. And
I try to see if I can get in contact.
But you did the right thing though, because what else could you do, you know? But then if the city of Boston planned more accordingly, then they would say, okay, street cleaning is this day. This is the side we're going to cut the trees down. Yeah. Now they're good to go. Yeah, it is a kind of low clearing tree too. So the top of his truck is hitting those trees, which it really shouldn't. It shouldn't do, but it did. It hit all those trees up there. And those are low clearing trees. If you see that, see how high that truck is, right? His truck should not hit those trees. So theoretically, you got to have at least 13 plus feet clearance for trucks to go across that. And he don't have the clearance for that truck right there. So they're gonna kind of prune it up, make it look like it's supposed to be. It's not easy. Definitely not easy. Hopefully people get the message to move their cars. If not, they'll figure it out. So this side is Tuesday. That's the confusion right there. So if this is the side they should have did today.
Well, that's matching up to what you said, though.
Right. So if they did this side Tuesday,
right,
then that side would be done on Wednesday.
Yeah.
So that'd be more like it.
But it's just the time difference.
The time. So all they gotta do is start early in the morning, right?
Yeah.
Right at 7 a.m.
Cars are already out the way.
Cars are already out the way. Now you can put your cones and everything down the roadway.
Yeah.
Because look at that. So this is Tuesday on this side, and that side is Wednesday. So that could have been the one day after. Because everybody moved their cars over here after street cleaning.
Right.
Because,
I see what you're saying.
Because
coordinated with the way you do the signs.
Because right now everybody moved their cars over here because they know Tuesday they already clean the streets after 7 a.m. So they're going to move them over here.
Yeah, right.
And now tomorrow, don't put your car on that side because they're going to be towing your car on that side.
That makes sense.
It makes a lot of sense. So people, I mean, some people, yeah. So the city they don't use a lot of logic when they do stuff. That's what it is.
Somebody's not thinking.
So we got to go to City Hall and find out what kind of idiots work in City Hall down there.
Yeah, because that's fucking stupid.
It don't make sense. I mean, that's one of many things. So that's where the confusion is. Because people they're not expecting tree cutting, they're expecting street cleaning. And now you got street cleaning and tree cutting.
So you would have to coordinate that together.
You should. It only makes sense. And that's where your so-called city council should come in. Say, how come this is not coordinated a little bit better? Who's in charge of this? Also, keep in mind, we got a chief of streets too. We got a chief of streets making 6 figures. Chief of streets made 6 figures. What the hell did he do?
Because this would be under his purview, right?
Oh yeah, the chief of streets should definitely be looking into this. Matter of fact, I could be a chief of streets if I want to, right?
Why not?
Oh yeah, I'd be better than him. Fucking chief of streets. Chief of what? Of streets? That's his title. Chief of streets. Chief of streets.
What's the chief now?
Where's he at? I don't know where he at. He's not down here. He's definitely not down here. I don't know where that chief of streets at. We don't even know what he does, to be honest with you. The chief of streets. That's his title. I don't know what the chief of streets does, but it'd be interesting to know what his title is. They're gonna probably trim off as much as they can anyway. You can't really get that bucket too high up in the air, but we'll see what he can do with it. Shoot, I get a job doing that. Yeah.
Making good fucking money too.
Oh yeah. I got one of those that got the extender that you just pull out. The Friskus. It goes up about 15, maybe 20 feet.
Okay.
There's like 2 extenders on it that come straight up.
I got the kind it closes on the branch like that.
Oh yeah. It has that on it too.
Yeah.
You pull it with the wire. Yeah. I think he has that on there, but he don't have it hooked up. Oh no, maybe he don't have that on there. I see the hook on there, but it's not a cutter though.
Right. Sharp as blade.
Yeah. They call it the pruning saw. Yeah, I think the way he's doing it is better because trying to get that bucket up there will be tough.
Yeah.
Not that you can't do it, but you got to extend it all the way up, spin it all the way around, bring it all the way back down again. I think as long as they get that clearance for the truck to go through, that's all they care about. They just don't want them hanging too low. Because theoretically, the bucket of his truck shouldn't hit no branches.
Oh, okay.
Because that's about the height of a tractor trailer.
In that position.
In that position right there, it shouldn't be hitting nothing. Because that's probably the 13.6 feet that you need, maximum clearance for the trucks. Okay. Anything higher than that, you know, they got to find a special route anyway. Yeah, so Boston Public Works, they're the ones who schedule all this stuff. So, and they also enforce the street cleaning part of it too, along with the meter maids. Because Public Works is the one who did the street cleaning, so they know the schedule.
Okay.
So I don't see why they couldn't figure that out.
Yeah, it seems like an easy one.
It's very easy. It's not too much. It's not too much thinking process in it. Because if they would have did this side today, which is Tuesday, that side would already been cleared for cars because people moved over here for street cleaning. But now they're over here, they're assuming that it's okay until the next day. So which is like it's kind of confusing.
Yeah.
Like people are not expecting to see a double whammy.
Right. Like you said, it's a no-brainer.
Right, but just do it the right way.
Right.
But in order to think like that, you got to be in that kind of field though too.
Yeah, you
Because if you don't belong in that office, then you're not going to figure that out. I mean, if you're doing a position that you never took on before, or you're not qualified to do, then obviously that's not going to make any sense to you. It's gonna hurt your brain to think like that. I mean, because it's reversing your wiring. You know what I mean? I mean, you're not thinking properly. What comes common is not too common.
You gotta think coordination.
Yeah, you gotta think logic. What makes sense and what doesn't make sense.
Exactly.
If it don't make sense, then you gotta figure why.
Now the signs on the trees, does that say for tomorrow?
And that's for today and yesterday, I believe. So, you know what? You're right. Maybe I gotta check that side over there. You know what? Let's go see what those signs say over there, because those might be for another day altogether too. You might be right. Maybe these are for a different day. Yes, Monday and Tuesday over there. So this over here is Thursday and Friday. So that's why they put them up today.
Okay.
But that's still confusing though. Yeah, that's not using common sense though, the way they're doing it. And it's the city of Boston. You see the signs in the city of Boston. There's only one city of Boston in Massachusetts, right?
Yeah, only one.
Only one?
Only one.
Okay, so that means it's all under the same management.
Yeah.
Nobody else different, right?
Nah.
So somebody in the city of Boston is not using common sense. Somebody is. They might have to get evaluated.
I would think so.
Because
everybody else could be evaluated.
yeah, you might have to get evaluate them too.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Why would they be above evaluation?
Yeah, they shouldn't be.
They shouldn't be. No.
We're depending on them and make our lives a little easier.
Right. So if they're not doing that, then something else ain't right. It's interesting though. Get a couple more images, cutting some more trees there. We're learning just by standing here. I'm learning a lot already, man.
Yeah.
We got some unfunctional people in city. So we got some people. So when somebody come up to you and tell you something, you got to question what they're telling you now, because you got to say, well, wait a minute. What you done so far don't make no sense. Right. So why am I gonna listen to you the rest of the way?
Right. Yeah, why should I trust you?
Why should I trust you anything else if you can't coordinate cutting trees down?
That's good, man.
Matter of fact, what is the budget for cutting trees? It must be a budget, right?
Sure is.
What's the budget at?
Google that.
Yeah, Google the city of Boston budget for cutting trees. They have to have a budget for that, or else they wouldn't be able to do it.
City of Boston budget for tree cutting. $3.1 million.
3.1 million, huh? Oh.
An additional $200,000 is allocated for tree pruning.
Oh. This might be the 200,000 part right here.
Yeah.
But this ain't cutting the tree. This is only pruning.
Right. That brings the total investment to $3.3 million.
3.3 million.
To care for over 35,000 street trees.
Ah, interesting.
How about that?
But how many years have they been not doing it though? There you go. So, I mean, 'cause they ain't did this last year. They didn't do it the year before.
But the money's still allocated.
The money's still there. So where'd that money go?
It's been secured.
Secured. I heard that before. Ah. Interesting.
Wow.
And that's almost like with the potholes too, though. They got money for potholes every year, but there's so many years that they don't fix the potholes. So where'd that money go to?
Certain communities, yeah, they don't.
Interesting.
But doesn't 200,000 kind of low? For all the trees?
200,000. Depending on what they're pruning though too. See, the thing about it, they have a parks department. They have a budget that they have people that get paid that can do this.
Yeah, 35,000 trees,
Yes.
200,000.
That's kind of a lot.